SATEESH, PGT from THUNGATHURY. Yesterday we comprehended the lesson and we understood the glossary of it, and we understood some of the grammatical aspects which are very important for spoken English. The same unit that we have discussed, there are some more grammatical elements are missed out. Those things we are going to discuss now. Let us recall what we have learned yesterday. We comprehended the lesson through height. We learned the glossary. We understood the grammatical aspects. We learned the synonyms. We learned how to use collocations in spoken English. We also understood the sentence structures to improve spoken English. Objectives of today's lesson. Is it audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
The objectives of today's lesson. Today we are going to learn define phrase in class and an adverbial class. That is end of the lesson that we have. You will be able to use adverbial class in your spoken English. Understanding the structures of sentences. You will be able to use the profile of a person. You will be able to write biographical sketch following the profile. Let me repeat once again. At the end of this lesson, sir, listen to the, for example, the text is in present tense. If the text is in present tense, we have to pick up a sentence from the text and we have to interchange each sentence into 4 other forms. For example, I listen to the class, I am listening to the class, I have listened to the class, I have been listening to the class. Positive, the same sentence you have to change into 4 other forms. I listen to the class, I do not listen to the class, do I listen to the class, don't I listen to the class. Here, the negative interrogative first part of the sentence and question tag is same. Question tag and negative interrogative first part of the sentence is same. Don't I. Example, I listen to the class, I am listening to the class, I have listened to the class, I have been listening to the class. If the text is in present tense, we have to pick up one sentence from it and we have to change into 4 other forms. Positive, negative, interrogative, negative interrogative. I listen to the class, I do not listen to the class, do I listen to the class, don't I listen to the class. Here the question tag and negative interrogative sentences, first part of the sentence is same. Indirectly you are learning spoken English as well as question tags also. Then you have past tense. For example, the lesson what we are discussing, biography of Michael Stone, is in past tense. When the sentence is in past tense, we have to pick up one sentence from it. For example, I am picking up the second sentence. I was listening to the class. Michael Stone was running on the chunks of rocks. This was the example, the same similar example. The same thing we need to change into 4 other forms, like I was listening to the class, I was not listening to the class, was I listening to the class, wasn't I listening to the class. Question tag and negative interrogative part of the sentence is same. I listened to the class, I was listening to the class, I had listened to the class, I had been listening to the class. Past tense. When the sentence is in past tense, we have to change into 4 other forms: positive, negative, interrogative, negative interrogative. I was listening to the class, I was not listening to the class, was I listening to the class, wasn't I listening to the class. This is what the sentence that we have to pick up. Then future tense. When the sentence is in future tense, we have to look at like this. If you take one sentence, I will listen to the class, I will be listening to the class, I will have listened to the class, I will have been listening to the class. Positive. I will have listened to the class, I will have not listened to the class, will I have to listen to the class, won't I listen to the class. Here the negative interrogative sentence and question tag of the sentence is same. Like this is one of the examples that I am going to give you. Present text, Michael Stone's biography is in past tense. When it is in past tense, we need to learn the tense when we are reading the text. That is more important. So we have to learn the text while reading the lesson also. Then after, you have present tense, the same thing. I am recollecting it. If you take any sentence, you have to be in a position to change into 4 other forms. Example, I attend the class, I am attending the class, I have attended the class, I have been attending the class, I attended the class, I was attending the class, I had attended the class, I had been attending the class, I will attend the class, I will be attending the class, I will have attended the class, I will have been attending the class. Like if you take one single sentence or one single tense, you will be in a position to change into 4 other forms. So like that, you can be improving your spoken English also and written English also. If you want to improve your spoken English and written English, either you have to know the tenses or the structures of spoken English. These 2 things are very important to speak good English. Like now let us look into the text. The text, you have a phrase and clause. What is a phrase, my dear children? You might have learned in your previous class. What is a phrase? Yes, somebody is telling me. A phrase is a group of words that does not contain a subject or a finite verb, and it alone cannot make complete sense, which means a phrase is a group of words without a subject. A group of words in a sentence without a subject is called phrase. A phrase is a group of words that does not contain a subject or a finite verb. It doesn't have a subject and a verb, and it alone cannot make a complete sense. Example, you can see a beautiful flower. I have seen a beautiful flower. It can make sense, but alone a beautiful flower cannot make any sense. A group of words, which means A is there, beautiful is there, flower is there, but these 3 words cannot make a complete sense. That is called a group of words without a finite verb, and it cannot make a complete sense. It is called a phrase. And you take one more, these old men. These old men is also a group of words and cannot make any complete sense. Very interesting, very interesting. 2 words are there, but it doesn't have a verb and it doesn't have a subject. So it can also make any sense. A group of words come together, cannot make any complete sense, is called a phrase. In the morning, the same thing. It cannot make complete sense. At the railway station, it cannot make any complete sense. For the rain to stop, it cannot make complete sense. For a long time, I have been waiting for a long time, it can make complete sense. But for a long time alone, it cannot make sense. Let me repeat once again, dear children. A phrase is a group of words that does not contain a subject or a finite verb. It is called phrase. So it doesn't make any complete sense. That is the one. Clause. You have clause, a group of words containing a subject and predicate functioning as a member of sentence. So clause is different and phrase is different. In clause, you have a finite verb and subject. Whereas in phrase, you don't have a subject and a verb. When teacher entered the class, students were talking. He was happy, though he was poor. He ran away as soon as he saw the snake. When teacher entered the class, students were talking. See the consequence. When the teacher entered the class, it is an adverbial class because it is going to tell about the time. Students were talking. It can make complete sense. Students were talking can make complete sense, but when the teacher entered the class, it cannot make complete sense. A class can also alone cannot make complete sense. A phrase, a group of words containing a group of words without a subject and a verb. Class, a group of words with a finite verb but cannot make complete sense. So he was happy. It can make complete sense. Though he was poor, it cannot make complete sense. He ran away as soon as he saw the snake. He ran away as soon as he saw the snake. As soon as he saw the snake cannot complete sense, but he ran away can make complete sense. So finally, what I want to say is a phrase is a group of words without finite verb and subject. A clause is a group of words with subject and a finite verb. But clause alone cannot make complete sense. Sentence can make complete sense, but clause cannot make complete sense. You have adverbial classes that we have in our class, in our textbook itself. So let us look into what is an adverbial class. An adverbial class is a dependent clause that functions as an adverb. As with clauses, it contains a subject and a predicate, though the subject as well as the verb. When teacher entered the class, students were talking. He was happy, though he was poor. He ran away as soon as he saw the snake. Fools rush where angels to fear to tread. Adverbial class of reason. In our textbook, we have adverbial class, especially adverbial class of reason. Adverbial class of reason indicates the reason for something. Usually, class includes because, since, as. Whenever because, since, as comes, which means in a sentence we can find the reason. I could not feel anger against my mother because I liked her too much. I could not feel anger against my mother because I liked her too much. So because has been telling the reason. Whenever we see because, since, as in a sentence, which means we are talking about the reason. We don't go outside since it has been raining. So since it has been raining outside, we can't go outside. Once again, it has been telling the reason for a sentence. I will go for a movie as it is a holiday. I will go for a movie as it is a holiday. Once again, it has been telling about the reason. Because, so you can see some more examples with because. He has been busy because of his examinations. He has been busy because of his examination. My mother is angry at me because she found out that I had been playing PUBG game. Mahesh would like to leave school by 12 noon because he has to participate in a painting competition at 12 p.m. at 2 p.m. Children play cricket because they love to play. In every sentence, we can see the reason. Because of his examination, because I was playing PUBG game, because he has to participate in a painting competition. Children play cricket because they love to play. In each sentence, we can see because. Whenever we find because, it is an adverbial clause of reason. Then you have since. Since we can't go outside, it has been raining. So we can't go outside since it has been raining. It has been known to us since we are not kids to believe. It is known, it has been known to us since we are not kids to believe. So just like that, we are not just like kids to believe that. It is known for us like that. They take the examination since they have to take them. So since they have to write the exams, they'll be taking it. She needs a clear bill since she took them for her. He arrived here since she had left the place. As I need to go home, I need one day leave. As a matter of fact, it is the worst work to do. As they don't talk each other, they hate each other. Teacher is very angry as they shout in the class. As I said, it needs to be completed. As I need to go home, I need one day leave. Whenever you are writing a letter, you will be writing the same sentence. As I need to go home, I need one day leave. Hence, I request you to permit me one day leave. As a matter of fact, it is worst work to do. As they don't talk each other, they hate each other. So this is all reasons. Whenever we have because, since, and has, this will be telling adverbial class of reasons. In a sentence, they'll be telling only the reasons. So answers that you have in your textbook itself. Adverbial class of time. Sometimes as can also be indicating time. Adverbial class of time indicates the time. The police came as soon as they had plundered the bank. As soon as, time. The thieves had plundered the bank. Then the police came. As he raced down the golden lined wheat fields, he would always outrun the locomotive passing by. Ramu did as quick as he could do it. So as quick as he could do it. As soon as they had plundered. And as he raced down. So this sentence you can find in the textbook itself. As he raced down the golden lined wheat fields, he would always outrun the locomotives passing by. This indicates time also. As can indicate time as well as reason. Whenever it has been telling about the time, we can see as soon as. Whenever it has been telling about the reason, only as can be found. So that is what the difference. Then you have adverb class of time. Adverb class of time indicates the time. When he heard the singing of some distant robins in flight, he knew it was his time to fly. My mother came home when we were watching the TV. They started playing when reached the playground. When he heard the singing of some distant robins in flight, he knew it was his time to fly. My father came home when we were watching the TV. They started playing when reached the playground. So this is what the time. Whenever the adverb class of time indicates when can be found in a sentence. Answers of the exercise. Look at this, children. You have all these questions in your textbook and the same answers have been given to you. The teacher entered the class when the bell had rung. The teacher entered the class will be there in your textbook. Please note down when the bell had rung. So the teacher entered the class. When indicates adverb class of time. The dog ran into a speeding car as it did not notice the car. It has been telling the reason. As it did not notice the car, it just rushed into the speeding car. The dog ran into a speeding car as it did not notice the car. I was in a deep sleep when father came home and tried to wake up. I was in deep sleep when father came home and tried to wake me up. So here we can find the time. Someone knocked at the door as I was doing my homework. Someone knocked at the door as I was doing my homework. Adverb class of reason. Once again has been telling as is used plain. So whenever it has been used plainly without as soon as, which means it is adverb class of reason. The crowd cheered Michael Stone as soon as he cleared the 17 feet 6 inches height. The crowd cheered Michael Stone as soon as he cleared the 17 feet 6 inches high. Here you can find adverb class of time. So it is high time the cricket board thought of different alternatives as there have been series of failures on the part of Indian cricket team. So once again it has been telling the adverb class of reason. So you can find it very easily. Let me repeat once again. We use adverbial class for reason. We use adverbial class for time. So we use adverbial class for reason, showing because, since, as. Showing because, since, as. We use adverbial class of time as and when. So these 5 examples have been given very clearly. The following answers also have been mentioned in the answers. Next, you have last one. Within 5 minutes, I can finish the class. Biographical sketch. So we have read the biography of Michael Stone. Michael Stone is a blind person, is a pole vaulter. He was born in United States of America. He loved playing pole vaulting. His parents were helping him a lot. He faced many difficulties, many hardships in his life, and he got many achievements. His greatest achievement is getting gold medal in Junior Olympics. Important events in the life of a person, so like education, marriage, profession, all these things have been discussed in the lesson. So let us look at once again what are the things that needs to be considered in profile writing. Date, place of birth, information about the family, hardships, difficulties faced, achievements of the person, awards, prizes, honors, important events in the life of the person, education, marriage, profession, etc. Inspiration to others, message to the society, contribution to his or her field. So whenever the person is very great and he has many achievements, that person's achievements can be given along with the message that he wants to give to the society. These are the things that we need to consider in a profile. Let's look at a sample of profile of Subhash Chandra Bose. Name. So his name is Subhash Chandra Bose. So his initial name, like surname is, his title name is Netaji. So contribution, immense freedom fighter. He is known to the Indians as immense freedom fighter. Born January 23rd, 1897 in Cuttack, Orissa. So he was born on 23rd, 1987, Cuttack, Orissa. Career, civil services. He used to be a civil servant. Achievements, joined struggle, established Indian National Army. Motto, so he used to tell the famous quotation, give me blood, I will give you the freedom. So if you give me your blood, I will give you freedom. Setback, retreat after the defeat of Japan and Germany. Death, air crash over Taipei, Taiwan on August 18, 1945. So let us look at it once again, dear children. Whenever we are writing profile or biographical sketch, we generally consider the date and place of birth of a person, information about the family, hardships, which means difficulties and obstacles that he faced in his life, achievements of the person, awards, prizes, honors, etc. Important events in the life of the person, education, marriage, profession, etc. Inspiration to the others, message to the society, contribution to his or her field. So the best example I have been given to you. Subhash Chandra Bose, name of the person, his title name is known to India as Netaji. So contribution, immense freedom fighter, born January 23rd, 1897 in Cuttack, Orissa. Career, civil services. Achievements, joined struggle, established Indian National Army. Motto, give me blood and I will give you freedom. Setback, retreat after the defeat of Japan and Germany. Death, air crash over Taiwan on August 18, 1945. So this is what the biographical sketch that we have to look at in a lesson. So we have learned so far. Let me recall, my dear children. We have comprehended the lesson through height. We learned the glossary. We understood the grammatical aspects. We learned the synonyms. We learned how to use collocations in spoken English. We also understood the sentence structures to improve spoken English. In today's lesson, we have discussed what is a phrase and a class and an adverbial class. Adverbial class of reason. In adverbial class of reason, we generally use because, since, and as. Because, since, as. So whenever time comes in adverbial class, we use when and as. These three things we have discussed very clearly. Understanding the structures of the sentence, positive, negative, interrogative, and negative interrogative have been given very clearly. I think I gave the best example in each tense, how do we use in present tense, how do we use in past tense, and how do we use in future tense. You will be able to write the biographical sketch following the profile. So we have seen the biographical sketch of Subhash Chandra Bose. If you want to write about his biography, you can write following these things. So name, contribution, where did he burn, career, achievements, motto, setbacks, which means drawbacks. What happened to him? So what's his obstacles? That those are called setbacks. Death. So how was he died, and when was he died? And profile writing and biographical sketch is very important to you, because you have 4 marks in your SSC examination for profile writing. Whenever you are writing your profile of a person, you must consider date, place of birth, information about the family, hardships, difficulties faced, achievements of the person, awards, prizes, honors, important events in life of a person, education, marriage, profession, inspiration to others. How is he inspirational to others? What message he has been giving to the society? Contribution to his or her field and society. Like Subhash Chandra Bose contributed a lot. His motto was, give your blood and I will give you the freedom. And he has been fighting, and he is known as freedom fighter, and is titled as Netaji. And Michael Stone, if you take the Michael Stone, date of birth, information about the family, his father was a coach, mother was a housewife, hardships, because a blind person, he couldn't perceive anything, though he tried well and he got success. Achievements, lot many medals. Final great achievement is winning a gold medal in Junior Olympics at the age of 17. That is the highest achievements of Michael Stone. Important events in his life of the person. Education, he was educated well. Marriage, it was not known. Profession, a pole vaulter, and he loves to make the pole vaulting, and he used to help the parents also. That's his personal life. Inspiration to others, he used to tell the same sentence, if you want something, you have to work for it. Message to the society, nothing comes without any efforts. If you want something, you have to work for it, and you have to get the sweat, and you will be getting the achievements of it. Contribution to his field, being a blind person, he contributed a lot, and he tried his level best in getting great medals to the country. And finally, he received the gold medal in his Junior Olympics. Thank you all. Thank you one and all. Thank you, Honorable Secretary and Deputy Secretary, Principal of Lingampalli School, and technical team, especially for guiding me and supporting me in all the aspects. You know, there are many technical problems because we don't have full comprehended network system here. Sorry for the inconvenience. I thank you one and all for making me part of this webinar sessions. I hope you enjoyed it. Please revise all the PDFs, all the video. You will be getting each and every slide clearly. If you have any more doubts, feel free to call me or ask your teacher. Especially when you are reading a paragraph, you need to concentrate on what sort of tense that can be found in the paragraph, and how do you improve your spoken English using that paragraph. This lesson is not meant for you to read the lesson. This lesson is a sample of learning spoken English. So if you want to learn spoken English, you have to use this text to speak beautiful language. I thank you. Thank you one and all for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all. Bye. See you.